Okay, I think I fixed it. So hopefully you can hear me now. Saints, sinners, and friends. uh, so I'm just going to start all over again. Hi, welcome back. Praise the Lord, everybody. Our typical greetings. Welcome to the Lazarus movement. So I hope now that the sound is good, that y'all can hear me. I promise you, like, those of you that have been a part of this journey with me before, like, technology be trying to trip sometimes, but like I say all the time, I will not be denied. So I hope you can hear me because it looks like all my volumes and things are working now. So put me some thumbs up or let me know whether or not you can hear me. Um, but welcome to another edition of our Lazarus movement. As you can see, I got some announcements to make. It has been a minute, and I think the last time we were together was before the new year. So happy new year. I know it's January 31st and it's weird to continue to say happy new year, but I ain't seen y'all. So I can say happy new year to you all. I hope that the first 31 days of the year have been uh, eventless, but has made a big impact on what's going to happen in your 2024. I heard that the next 11 months, that God is going to do something great and mighty in your life. So I echo that same sentiment and statement. So let's kind of recap real quick. Many people have been saying, like, Chris, we missed the Bible studies, we missed the things on Saturday, we missed the Monday night conversations. And the reason they stopped is because I was just doing a little too much. Does that mean I'm not still doing too much? No, because that's just who I am. Am I a little better organized with it? Yes. Or I'm working towards that. Great. Thank you, Auntie. Um, so with our rediscovering kingdom worship, um, we were in a stride and we were on a roll, and then it just kind of fizzled out. So um, this morning has kind of really um, renewed some passion for me, and God has kind of been speaking to me about getting back on the ball. So that's the first thing. We will be relaunching the Lazarus movement in February. So our first session is going to be February 24th, which I believe is the last Saturday of the month. So that'll give us time to journey. That'll give us time to get prepared and get ready to have our lessons in order so that we can keep the train going. I will say that I'm going to fall in line with some of what my mentors have been talking about. So understand that we're going to be talking about in this new journey about using your words and speaking life. So I'm really excited about it. Plan on having some special guests at some point in time during the journey. So it's going to be good. You don't want to miss it. So please mark your calendars for February 24th for us to relaunch the Lazarus movement. And you'll see as we get closer to it, there'll be some new things that we're going to try out this time around to kind of get our momentum going. So if you have not subscribe to the Lazarus Movement page, make sure you go and do that. All you have to do on your Facebook is to use the little spyglass, type in the Lazarus Movement, and you'll see a logo, a blue and gold logo. Shout out to Wilson Web Designs for the logo, and you'll just be able to like that page. And moving forward, that's where we're going to start going live for our Lazarus Movement moment. So it is pivotal that you follow the Lazarus Movement because that's where the live videos will go. You can also go to our YouTube page. You'll be able to find it on YouTube as well. Secondly, I actually have a new podcast launching also in February. I told y'all I'm just a busy person, but I'm really excited about this podcast because it's going to speak to a realm that I just enjoy having conversations around. I love the different perspectives and things that we get on it, as well as information that'll help develop these things much better. And we're going to be talking about relationships. The way that this kind of happened is in my dating life. I have a tendency to share a lot of information, not a whole lot, but enough information on Facebook with my friends about some of my dating struggles and some of the weird people that I have encountered in my dating life. And uh, it started out as somebody said, I really should write a book. I'm just not. I'm not that. I'm not there yet. Let's say that. But in that, there are a lot of conversations generated around relationships. And that's where I want to take this, not just in the space of romantic relationships, but we're talking about relationships of all kind. And we're talking about cross-generational relationships as well. So the new podcast called Coffee and Tea is going to do just that. That podcast is going to launch the week before the Lazarus Movement. It'll launch Valentine's Day weekend. And I'm going to have a very special guest with me for that first show. And because it is during Valentine's Day week, we definitely will be talking about some level of romantic relationship. What aspect of it, I'm not sure yet, but tune in to that as well. And there is a page called Coffee in Tea. So COFFEE, the letter N, and the word tea. So you'll be able to see that as well. And again, that's where you'll be able to find that podcast as well. So trying to compartmentalize and separate my life a little bit so that everything isn't on my main page. But you'll be able to see just where that goes. And it just won't be me. There are going to be lots of folks that I am connected to, friends of mine that have been in my life for long periods of time. And we're just going to have a good time, ask some questions, generate some buzz around some different types of relationships. You may even get a chance to see some of my family on here. I'm not saying who, but it's going to be a good time. And I think it's just going to be a great conversation. We're also going to have some professionals, some counselors, some relationship counselors, and things like that on as well, to be able to just get all aspects of different types of relationships and how to make them better. One of the things that I strive to do, and I am terrible at it, is to maintain some of my friendships. People who have really impacted my life. You know, life just be life, and sometimes, and you lose contact. And what that does to other people is it makes them feel like you don't value them in your life. So we want to make sure that we are giving not only ourselves, but other people the tools to be able to continue to develop, keep, and maintain healthy relationships, even with our friends and family. So it's going to be a good time. Always looking for folks that want to be a part of that. So if you are interested in being a guest on the Coffee and Tea podcast, by all means, send me a message. If you have my phone number in real life, you can go ahead and send me a text message, and we can talk further about it. I did a post weeks ago. So those of you that reacted to the post, I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about other people that want to be a part of it, because you're already on my list, and we'll be talking. So that's really it. I didn't want to be on here long because, like I said, when y'all couldn't hear me, it is a Bible study night. So I want to make sure that I am not taking away from the men and women of God that have labored over the word to make sure that they continue to teach and equip and edify us with what thus saith the Lord. So make sure you are tuning in to your home churches and home spaces to listen to your man or woman of God. And if you don't have a church home, or your church is not streaming a Bible study, or if you're not sitting in a car or sitting in the back of the church listening to me, you can by all means tune into where I go to church, which is New Creation Christian Church. Our pastor is in the throes of teaching and talking. So that's where I'm getting ready to go right now. So again, I know many people will catch this on a rewatch. So I look forward to all your comments and all your excitement as we get back into the swing of things here at the Lazarus Movement and beyond. So good night. I love you with the love of the Lord. As always, continue to do and be all that God has purposed you to be. I know, Auntie, I can't wait either. I am deprived of teaching, so it's something that I love to do, and I can't wait to get back into it, and to be with you guys on Saturdays to get back into the swing of it. So again, good night. See y'all. Make sure you share so we can get other people involved and invested. Make sure you talk about it when we finally go live on February 24th for the Lazarus Movement. Don't forget to tell your friends and your family. And then the week before that, we'll go live with our first ever podcast for Coffee and Tea. And the great thing about that is Coffee and Tea will also be a actual podcast on Apple Podcasts as well. So we going forward, y'all. Do some major things. So all right, it's been 12 minutes. I'll see y'all later. Have a good night.